Is there anything good in the sale right now?
I mean, everything's on
yeah.
sale practically.
Omega and I went over the list and picked some stuff out. Turns out I have a bunch of stuff that's on sale right now, and I didn't realize that I got it. Probably as part of a Humble Bundle.
I was about to say, you probably got some bundles.
Yeah,
Go back and play.
likely.
I could go back and play Fallout 4 for the 15,000th time. That game never gets old. To me, at least.
Or you could play Starfield.
Or, and here's the thought, I could slam my nuts in a car door.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Church of Chonkwij podcast. It's an off week, so Masami's out.
Yep.
Why did my fucking... As soon as I start streaming, my anti-malware program decides to start running a scan. OBS.
That RimWorld's on sale.
OBS, what do you do? Is RimWorld on sale, or is it bundled with Medieval Dynasty and it's 10% off?
No, this is actually 20% off RimWorld.
Holy shit. That never happened before.
Yeah, they don't go on sale very often. Consider getting 2 of the DLCs because they're on sale. The latest one is not on sale. But
yeah, Royalty and Ideology.
Oh, did we talk about that last week?
I think we did.
Briefly.
Yeah, the RimWorld thing. Well, I know that you spotted the tweet, Omega, but then they actually came out and like 2 days after you spotted that tweet, they announced, or Tynan announced the DLC, and it was like, yeah, it's gonna be Eldritch Horror-esque.
Anomaly! RimWorld Anomaly.
Anomaly, yeah, that's the one.
Let's see. Magic and mysticism and Eldritch Horrors and all kinds of fun shenanigans.
I like the Eldritch Horror thing. Also, they're adding to the base game the library mod, or the book mod that's been out. Rim Writer, it's called, is the mod that's been out for fucking ever. And it should be part of the base game. I hope the creator of that mod got some props.
Oh, I mean, Tynan has always been really good about that. It wouldn't be in there if they didn't want it to be.
You can always get WWE 2K24.
Those are about slamming nuts on a car door.
Right.
No, those are fun games. Those are amusing games. I don't know anything about wrestling. I don't know anything about how the story works, but the mechanics of those games are goofy and fun.
The last wrestling game that I played and enjoyed was for the Nintendo GameCube, I think.
Yeah.
Sega Dreamcast. Yeah, it's all the way back in the day.
Thought about getting Forza Horizon 5 because it's actually on sale and I actually enjoy those games.
Closest thing I ever played to a wrestling game was Tekken, because it's got that character in it who's got the panther head and the spandex. King, yeah, him. He's a wrestler. Oh, yeah.
Buy Call of Duty games are on sale. Witcher's on sale.
COD. If anybody wants to buy Witcher, go ahead and get it on GOG. It's better. It's superior on GOG.
Buy Warhammer Rogue Trader.
I haven't been... you want to play Warhammer games? I'm all about it, but just as a warning, there have been Warhammer games that have come out in the past couple of years that have gotten bad reviews because they bombed at launch. It was a Cyberpunk 2077 situation.
This one actually looks like it's pretty good. Rogue Trader. It's got mostly positive. It's RTS.
Yeah, most of them are.
Nice.
Or most of the ones that I play are RTS. That is how... There are a lot of great Warhammer games out there.
Yeah, there are.
Go start looking at the Dawn
there
of War
are.
series. Yeah, there are a lot of good Warhammer games. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Steam sale. Steam Spring Sale is in full force, and yeah, there's some good stuff out there. There's some pretty steep discounts in certain areas. I did get, I guess, yeah, Raft was the only one that I actually purchased recently, and that was, I don't know, 20% off, something like that.
Pretty cheap game to begin with.
Yeah.
Ooh, Assassin's Creed Black Flag is on sale.
Oh, the last good Assassin's Creed game. Yeah, go ahead and play that. Go ahead and play that instead of Sea of Thieves or whatever just came out. That's
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones. Yeah, Black Flag is superior to Skull and Bones in every single way, every imaginable
There are
way.
articles coming up though saying the Skull and Bones early access that happened or whatever increased Black Flag playership by like a huge amount. So
Yeah.
basically, everybody played that game, and then they went to Black Flag to get their pirate ship fix.
I was pissed off when I replayed Black Flag, I don't know, not last year, maybe the year before that, or it could have been early last year, and I went back into my profile on Ubisoft. Uplay Connect, or whatever the fuck it's called, I don't care. They fucked up my, the edition of Black Flag that I had purchased, because it's long ago that I actually have the physical media, I have the box. I'm looking at it right now. It has the statue of, what's-his-face? I forget the name of the main character. Fuck! It doesn't matter. I got the edition that's supposed to give me a whole bunch of extra glitter, shiny glitter, and Uplay fucked it up, and Ubisoft was just like, no, I'm sorry, we don't know. So I had to get creative on how to get all my shinies back. But it's still a playable game. I still went all the way through it, played all the way through it. And yeah, if I ever get the urge to be a pirate, I just boot that game up.
Arg.
Yar.
My only complaint about that game is that you can't fight the 4 boss ships in the corners more than once.
Can you
Is there a
not?
mod that lets you do that? No. You fight them and they're gone.
Huh. I don't know if I've ever tried to go back and do them again.
It would just be so much fun to go back when you have like the biggest, best ship with all the fucking crew and yeah.
Well, that's when I fight them.
Oh no, I always did it.
I don't fight them until I'm done. I'm basically done with the game.
Oh, I always did them pretty much as I went into that area. I considered it part of the quote-unquote plot, I guess you could say. And, yeah. You get a nice ship from them.
You do. You get some glitter, and you get a lot of resources. Anyway, it's a wonderful game. Go play Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It's a fucking excellent game. Still.
Yeah, that was a game. It's still one of the gold standard games used when any new modern game comes out with swimming in it. They always go to that game and they're like, is it better or worse than Black Flag?
Usually
The
always
animations,
worse.
to the water, does all that look better or worse than Black Flag? And yeah, there's a reason why it's the benchmark, because a lot of modern games can't match up to that quality.
Such small details add up to such a wonderful experience.
Yeah, it really was an absurdly well-made game.
That's Ubisoft Montreal for you. Or it was. I don't know what's become of that studio. So, there's some actual gaming news that happened. I just want to briefly go over one of these. Here. So, City Skylines 2, remember that game that came out and fucking bombed because it had awful performance, and they basically acknowledged, Paradox acknowledged the day that it came out that, hey, your frame rates are probably going to be shitty, like 20 FPS max, and the stuff that we said was going to be in the game isn't there, and our modding support isn't up, and nobody can access the modding API and all the rest of that. But, good news, City Skylines 2 will finally start getting modding support alongside some performance fixes and its first wave of paid DLC. So, now that they have paid DLC coming out and they need to give people a reason to buy that shit, they're going to fix some of the performance issues, and they're going to start giving people some early access to the modding support, even though you're not going to be able to actually put mods up, as I understand it, onto the Paradox exclusive workshop that they have going on, since Paradox decided to do their own workshop and cut Steam out of the picture entirely. So there you go. A reason, just more reasons to not play City Skylines 2. And this article actually touches on that briefly. City Skylines 2 did release with an expansion plan. Okay, so this is the reason. When City Skylines 2 launched, there was an edition of the game that you could buy that included the expansion pass that will just give you the DLCs as they come out. So Paradox has to put out content for this game because people paid for it in advance. And they have to give people some free stuff and some modding support in order to garner interest in the game. But this game is just not as good as original City Skylines. So the original City Skylines is, as this article puts it, cheaper, more content complete, and overall just plain better than City Skylines 2. So, on Steam sale, City Skylines 1 is on sale. I think it's like $6. So go get City Skylines for $6, and then go to the mod or the workshop on Steam and get everything that you want. God, what a fucking embarrassment. So yeah, that's that. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, it. I know that you love City Skylines. To hear you say that you had absolutely zero interest in City Skylines 2, I was actually...
Yeah, there's nothing... Yeah. Everything that you can do in City Skylines 2, you can already do in City Skylines 1. They basically did nothing. They gave me no reason to even pay attention to City Skylines 2. And then they botched the release. And I was like, oh, I guess I made a good call. So there you go.
Yeah, it's like the game is now finally out of early access. It has mod support. They're releasing new content.
It has limited mod support. You're going to be able to access the API, but you have nowhere to publish any mods that you make.
I mean, Nexus mods and all that.
Not allowed. Violation of TOS. You need to post it on the Paradox workshop. That's it. Actually, I will be curious if people start posting mods to alternate platforms to see how... Because Nexus mods, I think, are very legally conscious. So if they get any complaints or they suspect they're going to have any complaints, they just forbid something straight up. There's another... Oh, Lover's Lab is the one that is... that sprung up because Nexus Mod had such a problem with adult content. So there are alternatives out there, but that'll be an interesting thing. If
yeah,
that
Baldur's
ever happens.
Baldur's Gate 3 really shown me Nexus Mods is... Ooh. Because Baldur's Gate 3 is the first game that I've actually Nexus Mods on.
For some reason, Zero, you're cutting out. You never cut out.
Okay.
You're getting
Is that better?
I think so.
Okay.
Tell the time.
Yeah.
We shall tell. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is a good example of... There's a ton of stuff available on there for Nexus mods. But is there anything that Nexus mods didn't allow? for BG3?
Nope.
Nice.
Yeah, there's pretty much everything on there. It's something else. Pregnant Astarian is a thing. Pregnant Will is a thing.
That just confuses me.
Right?
Will. Yeah. Pregnant Will. Jesus. So yeah, alright, so most of what happened was tech related, and we always say fuck Linus at the end of the show. Well, Linus decided to declare the PS5 dead, and he decided to prove that by building a PC for the same price as a PS5, and people just tore his whole shit apart. So it's a noble goal to try and build a gaming PC for underneath the cost of the modern gaming console. It can be done. A comparable machine can be built, but Linus decided to cut a lot of corners and do some stuff that was really not practical. For example, getting things that are highly discounted, or getting secondhand, or getting used components that are obviously cheaper, or just getting things as part of package deals that are timed and not really anything dependable that you could point at and be like, oh, this is totally a thing that you can do. So, the article sums this up by saying the advantage to game consoles is that they are ready to use straight out of the box. Assembling a PC requires technical understanding, yes, that's true, but it's fun. Do-it-yourself PC was actually able to achieve higher frame rates in some games, however, the games only ran after BIOS adjustments, and yeah, the parts that he went after are not available to everybody. This is not really a practical example of creating something that is capable of competing with a PS5. He did a bad job. And the internet sort of pointed at him and laughed.
As they should.
Yeah, he's desperate to still be relevant.
There's no point to this other than just so we can also point and laugh. I know it's insignificant and petty and we're nobody, but still, fuck that guy.
Cheating at all the costs. Yeah, so he decided to buy used things and used components and components that were part of bundles. So, oh, and somebody just straight up gave him his case. It's like, yeah, we all know somebody that has a computer case lying around that they're willing to give us for free, right?
Just
Sure.
as easy as going and buying a console.
So I am thoroughly in favor of PCMR, obviously. So you want to go build yourself a computer? I think that's a great idea. I think everybody should at least give it a try, find out what it's like to, actually think and build.
Well, if Lance had just been honest about it too, it wouldn't have been a bad video. Because if he had said basically that, and then basically a gaming PC of some sort can be built at virtually any budget. And if you want to hustle a little bit, if you want to look for used parts and and find some deals, and see if you can scrounge something up, you can make something perhaps a little better than you might imagine. And if he presented it that way, that would have been fine. But instead, he went with this like PS5 is dead angle, and it's just like, you fucking twat.
I love that.
Yeah, there's gaming. There's no like gatekeeping in real gaming. You don't have. If somebody tries to tell you that no, you're not a real gamer if you play on console, that's a warning sign. Just ignore those people. You can game all you want on PS5. We make fun of people, we call them console peasants, but I played plenty of Warframe with people who are on Xbox and PS5. I got nothing against him. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. Whee!
Game's kind of delightful.
This game is actually pretty fun.
Whee! Yeah, just sliding down shit. Oh.
I've never played Deep Rock Galactic in my life. Buddy gave me a copy of Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. It's like an auto shooter, and you just run around and kill bugs and do that thing. Actually, quite fun.
Yeah, I heard it was actually a pretty decent auto shooter.
You mean all I have to do is run around, avoid bugs, game shoots them for me? Shit. Sign me up.
So Deep Rock Galactic, the regular game, does have you go into an area and you mine as much as you can, and then you get out before the pod leaves. Is that basically it?
So so you have an unlimited time to complete the objective.
Oh.
Once you complete the objective, you have a limited time to return for extract. Basically.
Oh.
So you have all the time in the world to mine, have a good time, kill bugs, mine shit, do all that. Once you deposit the objective into the receptacle, basically completing the mission. Once you do that, the timer starts. And it's not like, I don't know, I haven't done it on high difficulties yet, but it's like a 5-minute timer. It's not exactly long. It's not exactly short. So.
Yeah, in this, you've got, after you complete the objectives and you kill the elite in that particular stage, you have 30 seconds to get back to the pod.
That's... I don't know, I guess that's good if you're playing with pubs, so people don't waste time.
Well,
I prefer the Warframe method where, if you have half the squad at the extraction point, it just starts a timer, and then after that it elapses. If you're not at extraction, it pulls you. I don't know what happens if you're left behind in Deep Rock Galactic.
You just die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not great.
It was fun. I played around with it a little bit last night. The downside to me is that it is definitely a multiplayer game. Like, you can play it solo, but there's not a lot to the game. You have you have one of 4, 5, 6 classes to pick from.
Yeah.
And you can, as you mine and you earn money, you upgrade your class. It's a roguelike, basically. And you just hop in and out of missions. And I was spending a good half hour of them, but that was my first time ever playing the game, so not really entirely knowing what to do, just dinking, dunking around, figuring shit out. But I imagine the game could be the kind of thing where the pubs can get gotta go fast, and be kind of obnoxious like that. But I think it could be a fun game, playing with friends, just fucking around.
Zero, this is Deep Rock Galactic Survival.
Yeah, this is Survivor.
This actually does look kind of fun.
It is addictively fun.
So you're not shooting any of those things. Those bullets are just flying out of you.
Just flying out of me.
And you get to go and pick up all the stuff.
Yeah.
Remember Vampire Survivor, Doc? That game that became
Fluffy, yeah.
Smash hit for a minute? Yeah, it's that. Just Deep Rock Galactic themed. And of course with its own mechanics and whatnot, but yeah.
Get to the top pod.
Woo, level up. This is the farthest.
Why does the drop pod go down? Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to take a peek.
There's 2 ways out of a planet. Up
Yeah.
the way you came, or down through the other side.
Through the planet core. I love that, how in episode 1, the fastest way to get to the other side of the planet was not to just fly over the surface of the planet. That's too easy. We have to fly, we have to swim through the planet core.
Mm,
Makes sense.
logic.
Let's see. There is also in gaming news, in more exciting gaming news, there's Dungeons & Dragons Life Sim that's being made by Disney and Disney Dreamlight Valley Studios developers, and it will be a hybrid of survival, life simulation, and action RPG, according to GameLoft.
So exactly like Disney Dreamlight Valley. I have watched my sister play that game, and as fun as it looks, I can't get past the fact that all of it's Disney, so I won't play it.
Is Bambi in it?
Yes.
Can you can you kill his parents?
No, you can't kill Bambi's oh my god. You are an evil man, Doc.
Look, they said there was going to be this D&D life sim that's being made by Disney, and I was just like, how much DLC is going to come out with just cross stories from Disney properties being inserted into a D&D life simulator? This looks like just, you know, good old-fashioned fun. So we'll see how Disney manages to do this. There was a time when Disney was not afraid to make more adult-oriented content.
They still do. They just hide it
Yeah,
inside of their kids' content.
No,
Hey.
they call it Miramax.
Yeah, Kirby's into here. Yeah, good call there. Wait, is it Miramax or is it Fuck, what was the studio? You're probably right. It's probably Miramax. It's been a while since I did that. But yeah, Disney did have an entire adult studio there for a while that was making PG-13 and horror movies. Also, the stuff that was billed as Disney back in the 90s wasn't always, you know, entirely kid-friendly. I just recently rewatched Three Musketeers with Kiefer Sutherland and Charlie Sheen and Tim Curry and Chris O'Donnell. And yeah, I fucking love that movie. And it's got so much cleavage in it.
Disney, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, Disney Charlie Sheen in the 90s. But he did a great job. Like, everybody in that movie did a fucking phenomenal job. It was a great movie all around. And it got... Oh! I wanted Masami here for us to talk about this, but, you guys might appreciate this too. Do you remember the song that they got for the credits in Three Musketeers?
No.
It's the make it all for one and all for love.
Oh my god.
It's that song. Like, go if you ever watch the movie, it's a blast from the past. You can go check it out on YouTube. But I didn't realize, I knew it was Bryan Adams because Bryan Adams was the shit in the 90s. Everybody wanted him to make a song for them. But Three Musketeers was a duo. It was Bryan Adams and Sting.
Oh my.
I didn't know that it was Sting singing along with Bryan Adams in there, but yeah, it is, and they did a phenomenal job together. Anyway, D&D game. Made by Disney Studios. Who knows? Alright, so yeah, Omega, you're running through the underground here. How do you find modules for your backpack?
There are no modules. These are all things this is my cargo. This is all inventory space. These are all just like attachment points.
Gotcha.
So,
Do you need different things on your backpack to be able to build certain buildings, or
Yeah. Like, you need to have the right
besides?
ingredients to build things.
Okay, you need the resources to build stuff, but you don't need like a blueprint or a MacGuffin. You don't need a MacGuffin to build a new technology.
Well, you have to research them.
Gotcha.
So,
Oh,
gotta
buggy.
research plenty of stuff.
You should build a buggy so you can do flips.
But my backpack is pretty much full right now. With all kinds of exciting cave loot. There's lots of good cave loot.
Oh, my other question was, if you fall down one of those crevasses, is there something besides jump? Do you have like a pack that you can...
Not yet.
Okay. Space engineers got that right. Just at the very beginning, you've got hydrogen boosters, and so you can get yourself out of a jam.
There is a jetpack. I mean, at the end of the day, much like in Space Engineers, when you're out of jetpack fuel, if you're stuck underground, you can dig your way out. The problem in this game is oxygen.
Hmm.
You have a very limited time off the oxygen tether. So if you fall down a crevasse and get separated from your tether, you're kind of SOL a little bit.
And here's your incredibly well-organized base.
Yeah,
Optimized.
it's not. Yeah, this is my first run. Not super proud of it, but you know.
How much of this... I assume that eventually you gain the ability to escape this world. How much of this do you take with you?
None of it.
Alright, it's one of those games.
Pretty much. I mean, I think, I don't know. There might be cargo containers on the ship. I have no idea.
That would make sense. So you can
Yeah,
take the
all kinds of
resources with you to
shit.
start building new stuff at your location. Or your new
Yeah.
location. Build new stuff at new loc.
Yeah, fireworks.
Whee! So
That
pretty!
was fun. I also got one of these things. This is the second one of these. I don't know what they do. It's a
Curious item.
curious item. Hazardous environment training offline. Storm files missing data.
Hit it with a shoe.
And just activate it.
Always worked for me growing.
If 2001 A Space Odyssey taught me anything, it's that hitting something with a club will make it work. Or kill it.
Let's do this again. Oh, hey.
Trippy.
Well, that was something. It seems to have shattered space.
Oh, great.
I don't know if that was a good thing. But I did it.
We hit it with a shoe and it caused a spatial anomaly.
Oh, that's not.
We may have fractured space-time. But, you know, everything will be fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's see, just quickly here, because Hollywood is so starved for any creative content whatsoever, they're doing a Among Us TV show. It will be animated, and Elijah Wood will be playing the green crewmate, because, yeah, why not?
Why does that game need a?
Because money.
Well,
You can market this to Zoomers and they'll eat it up. It's the whole...
Sheerans.
This is going to be one of those things that lasts a season, maybe two, and the entire reason that it exists is so that people can point to it and be like, I know that! But who knows, maybe it'll actually be funny. I doubt it. I have no interest in it whatsoever. It looks like it should be a webcomic, honestly. Remember when webcomics were a thing? And it was
I do.
totally fun? Well, that's the state of modern media.
it could be a funny premise.
It's even billed as a TV show. Upcoming TV show is based on the game of the same name that had the internet in a chokehold in 2020, as every Twitch streamer, YouTuber, and even some political figures played the party game during the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, I remember AOC playing Among Us. That was cute.
Amazingly enough, she was really good at lying.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thunk it? Politician good at lying.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, so, alright, that's the end of that. Good news, alright, good news in tech. Nothing but good news from here on out. The FCC has finally declared that 25 megabytes per second and 25 down and 3 up are not broadband speed. So you can no longer bill your internet as broadband if it's 25 down and 3 up. It's supposed to be, I think, 120. So 100 up, or 100 down and 20 up is going to be the new standard for anything that you want to call broadband. And it's about fucking time.
A rare win, or I won't even call it a win, I'll call it a rare piece of action on behalf of regulators in the US.
Of course, I don't have broadband, I have Fios. So Verizon is not going to give a shit about this. They're just going to say, oh, it's fiber optic, it's so great, even though the best Fios package in my area is 2020. So, whatever. It's at least a step in the right direction. I would love to see actual fiber optic basically become the standard throughout the country, even in rural areas. It would really be nice. That would
be great.
It would catch us up to basically every other first world country in the world. Japan looks at like 2020 or even 25.3 and they're just like, what is this, like, poor people internet? Japan, your basic packages that are like $10 a month start at 50/50 or 100/100. It's the same way in Scandinavia. Their internet is dirt cheap, and it is twice as fast, at least, as mine.
But guys, people can make money off of it.
I know. That's the problem. That is the real problem in this country, is internet needs to be designated as a utility.
They make money off of it, and it costs them money to make it better than it currently is. Because why do that? Well, they can just charge us more money for the 20-year-old infrastructure technology.
Yeah, doing new stuff is hard. And
it's not hard, it's expensive.
It eats into the profits of...
That's really what it is. It hurts the shareholders.
It hurts the shareholders, and it hurts the CEOs who have boat payments to make. Kirby says, no wonder we're in the, hey, wait for me country.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a long way down.
That is... You know, is there fall damage in this game?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well... Put a python in. Lower yourself down.
I don't have one.
Ooh, I failed.
You failed? Did you not did you get killed, or...
I got killed by the final.
Ouch. Yeah. Kirby's like, yeah, we're trying to fit in with the cooler countries. No, we're in the glorious United States where people that run the place get to have people that run the place make hundreds of times as much as their standard employees because they work hard. Damn it, their ideas are so good. If we didn't have those people, then they would go over to China, and China would have all the people and be paying them as much. No, they wouldn't. That's not how that works. Like, if we start taxing the billionaires, they'll leave. And go where? Anyway. It is good news that the FCC is finally started. The FCC has made this declaration, and I hope that they're not done. I hope this is part of a larger, expansive program. That they're that they're trying to finally get high-speed internet out into rural areas in this country, because internet should be a utility. Everybody should have access to it at this point. And the other thing that was really cool for tech is that so billions from the CHIPS Act are soon to begin flowing. Samsung, Intel, and TSMC are all opening factories in the United States to make chips and semiconductors. And we're going to produce this shit domestically. That's really great.
Good.
I'm a fan of this. So it's finally happened. This year we will start seeing factories opening up and production begin. I guess CHIPS was signed in August of 2022, so almost 2 years ago now. And Samsung is going to receive $6 billion in federal funding. TSMC is over $5 billion, and Intel could receive as much as $10 billion. And it's for fabs, plant under construction. So good. Samsung's building a 4-nanometer EUV manufacturing in Texas. 4 is pretty fucking good. 3 would be better, but 4 is good. Honestly, they probably need to build the infrastructure for 4 before they can get to 3, or even, I don't know if 2 is possible. Did we do a 2 article? 2 nanometers is really fucking tiny. Really
Super
tiny.
small.
Yeah, super small. It's electron microscope small. But this is good times. So hopefully when the plants open up, you're going to see even more jobs available in the US, and we'll start producing products domestically.
USA. USA.
America!
Fuck yeah! So yeah, there you go. Tech sector is actually having a fun day. I'm looking something up real quick. Oh. So I saw this before dinner. Elon Musk and Rupert Murdoch were going to be receiving the RBG award, but apparently 24 minutes ago in this article, they're not going to receive the award anymore because Barbra Streisand criticized the decision. Streisand joined the late justice's family in condemning the choice to present her namesake award to Musk and Murdoch. The planned honors were subsequently canceled this afternoon.
Oh, so close.
So Ruth Bader Ginsburg's award, her leadership award, was set to be given to Elon Musk and Rupert Murdoch, and yeah, I guess it's not happening. So I had just a question of like what award this was and why they were getting it, but it doesn't matter. They're not getting it.
Get fucked.
It's so unfair. Poor Elon. He has such a difficult life. I can't even muster any enthusiasm to joke about that. Fuck him. Alright, so, what are you after, Omega? No!
Oh, I was still at the very edge, narrow edge here.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh like that, but you two both hit that shit at the same time in the exact same tone.
Oh my god. Yeah, anyway, what are you after, Omega?
I'm after yellow stuff, but I need to make more tethers, which means I need purple stuff. There's yellow stuff.
Suck.
purple stuff. Usually there's purple stuff everywhere. It's hard to find yellow stuff. Except for now that I need need the purple stuff. That's, there's the tube. Whee!
Oh, Masami finally has that lyric out of her Discord status. I don't know who I think the song is called Pompeii. Where she took the lyric from, so I got that stuck in my head to the point where I wrote down one lyric from a Britney Spears song just so I could have another song stuck in my head. Interesting story, Doc.
Was the song "I'm Addicted to You" because you're
Toxic is probably my favorite Britney Spears song, but no, I chose the lyric "If You Seek Amy."
ah,
Love me, hate me. None of the girls are begging to if you seek Amy. That was a great song. She had some great songs. Oh well. So yeah. What else you been playing, Zero?
I mean, this and Destiny and Destiny.
Oh, oh no!
Wait, you were there. You were attached. You were hooked.
I reattached after I died.
So what's the mechanic here? All your stuff is on the ground.
Yeah, I just gotta go pick it up.
Great, yeah, it's the Space Engineer's mechanic where your corpse is there.
Just the backpack.
Oh, WoW's releasing a new patch tomorrow.
Wow.
Wow. And it's apparently about pirates, and they did no PTR testing at all, which is very unlike them.
I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to go swimming, and that there are not going to be any bugs, because it's a Blizzard product. Why would there be bugs?
So in, let's see, on Wednesday, there will be a content content update for Lost Ark. They're going to introduce a new class, and they're going to put out a whole bunch of stuff, and I am waiting to flood the market with my honing materials that I've been gathering for, I don't know, 6-8 months.
So proud of you, Doc.
I am going to flood the goddamn market with something like 200,000 blue crystals and 100,000 red crystals. I'm hopefully going to make a lot of gold.
Oh, you're going to flood the market and decrease the value of every...
Yeah, fuck anybody who tries to sell a blue crystal over 1 gold. Because this usually happens. Content will come out and people will be like, oh, well, we're now leveling up gear for, you know, a brand new character because everybody's going to want to try the new class, so they try to inflate prices. I say no. It's funny because currently, I think on the market, there are 250,000 blue crystals just sitting there at 1 gold. I mean, they're not sitting there, they're moving pretty consistently, but I'm like, that's everybody, that's hundreds of players now that they've done their server merge, all offering up those crystals, and I have that. I'm one person, and I have that many. So we'll see. We'll see what my dickery results in. Besides me making hundreds of thousands of gold.
Yeah.
Good luck. I appreciate the industriousness of the attempt.
Okay.
Yeah, me and one of my buddies do that shit in WoW. We get a whole bunch of crafting materials, and we fucking flood the market when people are overpricing them. So we knocked the price down like 25-30%. We still make an ass load of gold, but we flood the market with crafting materials. He's actually been banned.
For that specifically?
For that specifically.
Oh, that's not nice. Yeah,
Because they thought he was a bot.
Oh, yeah.
Because he flooded the market with some like 400,000 pieces of leather at one time. They thought he was a bot.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to do it all in one go just because you need to leave a gold deposit for everything that you put up there until it gets bought, and then your deposit is returned to you. But yeah, the more I sell, the more gold I have, the more deposits I can put down. So there will be probably an escalation. Or, I could probably mitigate that. I got a whole lot of Uno's tokens that I haven't cashed in. Whatever. As long as everybody has a good time. Alright, that's about it. Yeah, that's about it for articles. I watched Napoleon. It was a movie.
Oh, that good, huh?
Hey, Ridley Scott, there are very few people anymore that are writing, directing, producing, whatever, like real movies. And Napoleon was a real movie. So I wanted to see it because the internet, or social media specifically, decided that it was a trash movie about some guy who was a cuck. And I was like, oh, the internet doesn't like it. I bet it's probably good. And yeah, there's elements of, Napoleon was, he didn't have an exactly, according to this movie, he didn't have a really nice relationship with Josephine. They had tribulations.
Tumultuous.
Yes, it was a tumultuous relationship. That's an excellent vocabulary word. And yeah, that's in this movie. But I thought the real interesting stuff in this movie were the battles, the strategies, how Napoleon was, basically just climbed the ranks of the French government until he was kind of de facto leader. I thought it was nice. It's a nice portrayal. I can't speak to how historically accurate it was because I know an awful lot about the War of 1812. I don't know terribly much about how Napoleon got to that position. So I should probably go read more.
Who wants to do all that? Read or
Right. I love history.
yeah, history's fun. That way, you don't repeat it.
That's the ideal. It usually doesn't work. What the? Why did the green top not want to fit in the socket?
I missed. I didn't put it in correctly. No.
Smelting furnace, yeah, that's what we need to. So, okay, in Raft, you have to get sand and you have to get clay from underwater deposits that are around islands. You use the sand and the clay to make a wet brick. You put it out. After 5 minutes, it becomes a dry brick. You research that, and all of a sudden, you can build a smelter. And the iron that you get for the smelter also comes from deposits underwater around islands, and you harvest them with your little gathering tool. That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I was missing.
I got some sand.
Right. Shovel is still something that is a mystery to me. I should probably look that up next. You'd think that you should just be able to build a fucking craft a shovel. You'd think that would just be a normal crafting recipe, but I couldn't find it. If it is, then I don't know where it is.
Flat rock and fucking stick.
Right, or yeah, a piece of scrap metal and a stick. That's exactly. That's all a shovel is. Also, why do you need a shovel to dig at all? Why
bugs.
Use a fucking stick in your hand, and you just, yeah. That's why I'm so miserable to play games with, is because I look at all these mechanics and I'm just like, that's overly complicated. Why can't Omega is trying to get back onto the raft? Why can't I extend my arm and help him out of the water?
Okay, my buddy's playing a game on his Twitch right now that the reload mechanics for his gun are so wildly inaccurate that I can't watch him play. It is a black powder musket with a percussive firing cap.
Oh god, is the reloading mechanic literally just to take the thing out and then pack the bullet down and you're done?
No. It's
Okay.
worse. He takes
no.
the black powder, dumps it into the barrel, and then cocks the gun like a shotgun, one-handed off to the side and like up and down. There is not enough force in that motion to pack the ball far enough into the barrel that will lead to any type of anything happening that way.
You want to know the best tutorial on reloading a black powder weapon actually came from a mini-series called well, the first one was Sharp's... Fuck, what was it? I'll look it up. Alright, yeah, the TV series is called Sharp, but the first one was Sharp's Rifles, and I think it's in that one or it's in the sequel. Sean Bean was in these. He made like 18 of these 90-minute British TV series / movies. And in one of those, he's teaching a regiment how to fire 3 shots in 1 minute or something. That's supposed to be really good with muzzle loaders. And he goes through the entire thing. He goes through the tips and tricks, and they actually do it on screen. And they're firing actual black powder weapons for the shot, and it was phenomenal. It's actually interesting. It's fun when things are accurate.
It is. And this, I actually went into a law and it cracked my buddy up. But he was like, dude, it's not that serious. It's a video. I was like, no. It has to be accurate. This is happening during the colonial times. There's no way that a rack-style rifle has even been invented. It is not even close. The closest thing that they had to something like that is Gerondoni air rifle, or the pepper box, or not a pepper, it's a different type of revolver that had multiple barrels that fired repeatedly. That is the closest thing. No. And I messaged him and I said, I have to stop. I was like, I can't. The reload mechanics irritate me.
I'm on Wikipedia right now because this is interesting to me. Oh, yeah, okay, here's the pepper box that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see, 1700s, 1800s. So this was, what? This was a handgun you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. It's a rifle, but the knock gun?
Yes.
That's fun. 6 barrels on one rifle.
Yes, and it made the blunderbuss look like a piece of garbage.
That was actually in the Sharp series. One of the soldiers had, it was a spoil of war, and he took this gun. It was like a non-standard for the infantry, so it got confiscated basically. But it was a knot gun with 6 barrels on it. Yeah, that looks fun.
I watch a lot of videos, like guys who former U.S. snipers, stuff like that, and one of the guys has a trophy gun It's a completely inactive gun, cannot be shot. Firing pins have been removed. They were removed prior to him getting it, but on his first kill, that was the weapon that his target was. And he had to get special permission from the government to bring it home.
Yeah. There aren't too many. Wikipedia doesn't seem to know too many pistols that were. There's the Lancaster pistol. I guess that's early 1800s. It's 1800s to 1900s. It might not be early 1800s actually. There's one on here that just looks hilarious. It's the Arsenal Firearms AF 2011. That's basically just a 38. It's two 38 supers super glued together, side by side. That's it. That's what it is. Thanks, Italy.
What are you gonna do with that? Yes.
Can shoot twice. But that's the thing. You don't need the two barrels because it's a clip weapon. It's a semi-automatic weapon. Why do you need... Yeah, but whatever. Thanks, Italy.
Italy has definitely put out some really awesome weapons. What is it? The Benelli M4 shotgun is just the gold standard feature. It is awesome.
So for all, yeah, Italy has put out some really bizarre shit in the military category. If you ever want to see some of the worst tanks ever made, go check out Italian tanks. If nothing else, they were very inventive, completely impractical, but very inventive.
Still stand by the fact we all need down tanks and play that together.
What did you say? World of Tanks?
World of Tanks.
No, we gotta stay away from that. It keeps on getting raided by government agencies because people leak classified information.
It's true, they do.
Why? Why is
in the Discord server?
Why is
in the
that
Discord
the
server?
venue? Yeah. I guess. Yeah, it is. It's all external. I guess the game I don't think has ever been investigated for propagating classified information, but plenty of the players that play it have shared it off platform.
Yeah, they have.
Share that shit off platform.
In fact, it was such a common thing for the players to do in game or in the Discord that company had to put out a statement on a statement on Twitter.
Yeah, we covered it. You brought that. Somebody posted that for the podcast. I remember that a couple of years back.
Please don't share classified documents in our Discord server.
Because the players are that obsessed with realism that they're willing to post instruction manuals for modern weaponry. It's just like...
Listen, man, there are autists in the military, too. People who really, really care about that kind of stuff.
Hey, devil's in the detail. I mean, if you're planning an operation or something like that, yeah, I appreciate attention to detail. That's just smart. But time and a place and all the rest of that. Alrighty. That guy from the National Guard in Massachusetts recently just got set up for, I think, like 20 years. Or he's going to get put up for 20 years. So that's what you get for sharing classified information about the war in Ukraine in your Discord server. Dumbass.
Dumbass.
Alright, so... been an hour. It's a short podcast. Not a terrible lot of news, but there was... I was excited about the tech news that came out.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff. I've been seeing more and more articles, just a brief callback to something we talked about a while ago, about the new storage, the new optical storage that's going to be coming out. Like,
oh, the 100 terabyte DVDs?
Yeah, 100 terabyte on discs, yeah. I've been seeing more articles about it, so, you know.
That's like, yeah, if they can turn that into archival storage, if they can put that on a ceramic medium or something like that that basically can't be destroyed, then that's pretty 100 terabytes? That's pretty much everything I have?
All of your porn on one DVD.
You imagine?
Can you imagine how long it would take to write?
Oh, sweet God.
Well, you're certainly gonna need something better than DVD-R for that.
Yeah, that's my. I'm getting down this year. I'm getting down with the verbatim archival media, but that's 100 gigabytes a disk, and I basically setting up one of my a laptop that I have to do nothing but that 24/7 because 100 gigabytes being written at 2.4x or even like 6x. That is a long time. That's a day or at least a day to write a DVD. Or it's a Blu-ray, excuse me. But yeah, that's... Christ.
A lot of fucking storage on one disc.
Yeah. 100 gigabytes is... Well, that's a TV series and a half. I think The Expanse, I've been rewatching The Expanse, and that's like 60 gigabytes or 6 seasons. So yeah, my OCD wants to have one thing on each DVD, but my financial practicalness is like, well, that doesn't make sense. You have 40 gigabytes left. Put something else on there. Don't waste that space. But oh well. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming along. I need to just close this down now. Thank you everybody for coming along. Thank you Kirby for being in chat. And
Yep.
same time, same place next week. Beans, fuck Winnie the Pooh. Fuck Linus Tech Tips, you PS5 declaring bastard. Fuck Winnie the Pooh, fuck Putin. Fuck Linus Tech Tips, fuck Nestle. And oh fuck Elon and fuck
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Vincent
Mr.
McMahon.
McMahon. Mr. McMahon.
McMahon. Fucker. More news on him next week, I assume.
Oh, yes. There.
Stay tuned.
And the closer we get to WrestleMania, the more the news is going off about him.
Oh, I hope he's seething with his no mustache face. He shaved it off, didn't he?
He did.
It was like, yeah, tiny, thin mustache screams creepy sex pervert. That's probably not.
He looked like a sex pervert, Vincent Price. It was awful.
Yeah, we were posting photos of, yeah. Also the dude from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, man.